Okay guys, I'm going to apologize for that rough cut. I made a bonehead error, and we need to go ahead and redo this. So there's probably going to be a rough cut right where I picked up with this one. I'm going to go ahead and take 10 out of my total 16 for adults, okay, just so that you can see what I'm talking about here. I'm calculating this value, and I'm using this as my total, okay? Before I made this cut, I was using the 28 as my total, and that is not what you want to do. That's what you get for having an English degree. So 10 out of 16 is what I'm trying to calculate here. 10 out of 16, and it is 63%. We'll round up to 63%. Now, again, 63, no, sorry. I do 100 minus 63 is 37. So 37%. Now I get to play the teenage number. So 11 out of 12, that is not what I wanted to do. 11 out of 12 equals 92%. So 92% of my teenagers think that they're obsessed with money, which leaves me with only 8% of teenagers who think that they are not obsessed with money. That's kind of sad. All right, so moving forward here, I'm going to go ahead and cross this out because I've got this one done. Yay me. Now I want to find out the average of my numeric responses. So if I go over here and I take a look at, where is it? My data, right? One of my numeric responses was right here. How many teenagers do you speak with on a weekly basis? Okay? Now, I need to calculate out the average of all of my responses so that you can see here. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my data. Sorry for messing with my mic here a little bit. The scratching is bugging me. I'm sure it's annoying you. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through and I'm going to count, starting at my teenagers, 10, 3, 5, 10, 10, 10, 5, 8, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 8. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, because this is rough and my ranges are kind of messed up, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assume the upper value. So I do 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. I really should have had these in my, should have just given them all one option so they give me one number, not a range of numbers. That's something I can reflect on later. Okay, 10, and then I've got another 10, and then I'm going to assume for the 8, I'm a really bad researcher. 10, 10, so I'm going to do 10 plus 10, another 10, and another 5, 10, 110, and then I'm done. So my total is 101, and that has to, let's see, how does this work? I'm not thinking right. Okay, so that's over my respondents. So basically, I have 101 over 12, right, for my teens. So 101 over 12, which basically says 12 of my students speak to an average of 101. So I just divide that number by 12, and my average student speaks to 8.4 teenagers per week. So I want to go ahead and skip a line. I'm going to set up here 3 and scroll down a little bit. Go back to my task sheet and see how they have it set up. So it says calculate the average of your numeric responses. So all I have to do here is put adults. I'll go with teens, and then I'll do overall. So, I just calculated that, oops, I didn't skip a line. I'm going to go ahead and try to move these down so that I can have that line skipped. That's a luxury that I have that you won't have, unfortunately. But I just calculated out that my teenagers speak to 8.4 teenagers per week. So I'm going to actually write that where it reflects. I'm going to do it over here, 8.4 teenagers per week. Okay? Now, oop, I wrote it on the wrong line. 8.4 per week. I do the same thing with my adults and the same thing with my overall respondents. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull up my data, and I'm going to calculate for my adults this time. So I know that I have a 10, I'm going to say 5, I'm going to say 2, I'm going to say 2, yeah, okay, I'm going to say 10, 2, I've got a 10, got another 10, another 10. This person did not answer that, that's weird. Got another 10, I'm friends with a lot of teachers. Another 10, another 10, another 10, and a final 10. Let me see if I can get rid of that. Oh, dang it. I'm going to have to add all that up. All right. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. Oop. Now I'm modifying my own data. Plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. Dang it. Plus 2 plus 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus, I did it again. Alright, so I'm going to subtract 101 and then add 5. Right? And then add 10. And one more 10. 126 divided by my total number of adults, which is going to be 16, and I get 7.8. So my adults talk to an average of 7.8 teenagers per week. And, whoop, I hate when that does that. 7.8 teenagers per week. Alright, so overall, I need to add up all of those numbers now, and this is going to get a little tedious. I'm sure you get the point by now, but I want you to see that I am suffering right along beside you. So, here we go. I have, where's my calculator? I have 8, 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 8. 10, 10, 10, 5.